Konnichiwa minasama. Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another live stream where we talk about Dancing with the Stars. Obviously, you know, here in the United States, Dancing with the Stars is currently on hiatus until the fall, until next fall. But the thing is I will discuss Dancing with the Stars when I go see them live in Long Beach in March. But until then, I have been biding my time. FYI, the Strictly Come Dancing tour is now over in England. So they are done until at the end of next fall as well. So, or is it at the end of the summer? I don't know. I don't know if Strictly will come on first or if Dancing with the Stars will come on first, because they kind of did around the same time this year. So we'll see if they do it again the same way next year. But until then, I'm actually watching Dancing with the Stars Ireland. And I'm very excited because Dancing with the Stars Australia is coming out soon. And we do have some information on the judges, that one of the judges is actually Tristan McManus, who did Dancing with the Stars in both Ireland and the United States, as well as Strictly Come Dancing. So he's been all over the world. Now he's doing Australia. He's a judge in Australia. I think he's dating or married to some Australian chick, so that's why he's doing it. The female judge is Sharna Burgess. That's exciting. Now I know that because what happened in Australia was that it was on a channel, it was on for a while, and it recently got canceled maybe 1 or 2 years ago. And then this past year, a different channel picked it up. So it's on Channel 10 is what it's called in Australia. So on Channel 10, and now they have Sharna Burgess as the female judge. And apparently they have actually, gotten all new judges for this season. So what's interesting about Sharna, and you know I love me some Sharna, is that she's never done Dancing with the Stars in Australia ever before. And neither has Tristan. So that's interesting. I find that interesting that they're judging that, and they've never, and especially for Sharna, why it's weird is because she's Australian. So it's kind of weird. You know, she was on Burn the Floor, and she did some tour, I don't remember what it was, and she was famous in Australia. Well, not famous. She had achieved a level of notoriety in Australia, but she really made her fame in the United States when she joined Dancing with the Stars. So I'm very curious to see how that goes. And not just that, but you know, they start their show on February 18th. Okay? So I'm curious to see what that means for and it airs on the weekends. So and Australia is not close to the US. So I'm curious to see how they do if she is still going to finish the Dancing with the Stars tour, or if she's not, because she's going to be working with Dancing with the Stars in Australia. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll have to wait and see. It's very exciting. One thing that I did find out that I'm a little bit disappointed is that Juan Pablo Dupache actually hurt himself, so he had to drop out of the rest of the tour, and all of his dates are being performed by Joe Amabile. Grocery Store Joe. Here's the thing. I don't have anything against Grocery Store Joe as a person. I really don't. He's fine, right? But to swap out Juan Pablo for Grocery Store Joe, yes, they're both stars and not pros, but that's like swapping out filet mignon for a hamburger at McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's really? They couldn't have found any other star to tell. Okay, all right. Okay. So I don't actually know which celebrity is doing, or celebrities, because John Schneider also dropped out of the show as well. So it's really just Joe and Milo Manheim. I don't know if any of the girls are. I know Alexis is not, because she's in Japan, and she never said she was doing the tour. Maybe Ivana Lynch might be doing the tour. I'm not sure. But anyways, I don't know who they're going to have in Long Beach, so I'll have to wait and see. God, my arms are hairy. Damn. Look like a fucking ape. Sorry. Okay, so let's go across the pond to Ireland, and we'll talk about this week's show. So this week was actually my favorite week. Now, this is a week that they don't do in England for Strictly, and I have mentioned how much I hate it, because this is one of my few favorite weeks that they do it in America, and it's called the Switch Up Week. And what's interesting about this is that they switched the partners for 1 week. Now in America, we still vote someone home that week. We don't give anyone a free ride, you know. But in Ireland, they have a little bit more grace than we do. And spoiler alert, turn off now if you don't want to know, nobody went home. So that's actually great. I love that because I can judge each dance and then I can tell you how I felt and I don't have to worry about, you know, if anyone went home or if anyone will get their feelings hurt. Okay? All right. Now, no, last week, what's his name? Darren, the Carson Kressley that looks like Bobby Bones. Oh yeah, Bobby Bones is on the tour too. I love Sharna though. If she's there, I can't wait to see her. Either way, I can't wait to see her in Australia on Dancing with the Stars. Okay, so Darren left last week. So now we've got our switch up. Now I was hoping, oh bitch, Laura DeMerchant is live now. God damn it, I used to work for Laura back in the day, so I'm a little irritated because she's probably taking all my viewers. Just kidding, I've got nobody watching right now. Who am I joking? Okay. All right, so this is the way that the switch up went down. Now, earlier, I might even say it was maybe even 2 weeks ago, you could log on to rte.ie/DWTS, and then you can drag and drop what partners you wanted to see together, and whoever got the most votes, that's who they chose. So really, the public had 100% control over Switch Up Week, which that is something that has never been done in America, and I love it. I think, excuse me, I think that they should. It would be great. Okay. So the first couple to dance was Peter, who is the cute little, he is the rugby player with the cute little rugby body. I mean, he's got a great body. And he danced with Valeria. And Valeria is partnered normally with Dennis. So he's another athlete. He's the soccer player. So, or football, as it's called in Ireland. But he, you know, so she's used to athletes, so it's not that big of a switch up for her. But they did a cha-cha-cha to Body by Loud Luxury, and let me tell you, they got a 16, which wasn't the lowest. It wasn't even the second lowest. So it wasn't that bad. They each got a 5, and then Julian gave them a 6. Okay, well, I'll talk about the judging in a minute. Okay, so then the next switch up was Demi, who, I'm sorry, at this point in the competition, Demi is in a little bit over her head. She really is. Everybody else, even Fred Kook, they're all just doing so much better than her. Even Dennis is even doing better. Well, I'll get to Dennis in a minute. So Demi switched up with Robert, and Robert's normal partner is Cleona. Now, we all know Miss Cleona is a fierce-ass bitch, and I can't wait to talk about her. She danced last, so I'm going to talk about her at the end, but let me tell you, she brought it. So we all know that he's used to people who can do shit, right? So they gave him the lowest scoring female, and she did okay. But really, they did a dance to Wings by Little Mix, but, you know, she kept complaining that he's not Kai. I mean, like, here's the thing about Switch Up Week. You know, especially in Ireland and America, you know Switch Up Week is coming. Think of it as a little vacation for a week from the person you're dancing with normally and their bad habits or the things that work your nerves. And then you got someone new for a week, and they might work your nerves more, but it's just for a week. So then you're done with them, right? It's not hard to have a good attitude about Switch Up Week, right? But, you know, she's very young. I mean, not that young. She's 18. But, you know, so she's a teenager. So, you know, those surly teenager things happen. Ask any parent of a teenager. They'll tell you, okay? So they did a Charleston to Wings by Little Mix, and it was not scored well at all. And thank God for that, because I was really starting to wonder why the judges keep giving her high scores. But no, they gave her 2 4s, and Julian gave them a 5. So she did get the lowest score out of everyone. So, luckily no one went home this week, but she really needs to seriously step that pussy up and do fierce next week. I hope that's not offensive. It's a phrase that drag queens use all the time. I don't mean it to be offensive if it was. So if it was, I'm sorry. She needs to step her game up and bring it next week. You know what I mean? We'll see if she can do that. All right. So then we've got Fred Kook, who I love. And he danced with, I just love saying his name, Fred Kook. Because that's how it's pronounced, kook. It's not cook. It's not cook. It's kook. I love it. I love it. He's a kook. He danced with Emily. Now, Emily's normal partner is Johnny. Johnny is the one to beat in this show. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And it's a good thing that the judges don't have a say in the voting, which is different than in Strictly or even in America, but they don't really have that much of a say because most of it is whoever gets voted through, and the public loves Johnny. So, and I think he's fierce. I think that bitch is fucking fierce. So, anyways, they have Fred dancing with Emily, and they actually did a quick step to Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet, which is a little bit strange because I didn't really picture that song being a quick step, but you know what? He didn't do that bad. Now, granted, the judges were not as overly pleased with his performance as I was, but because they gave him 14. So they did score him higher than Demi, but barely, So instead of 2 4s and a 5, he got 2 5s and a 4. And the 4 was, of course, Brian, who is basically the asshole, or the Craig, or the Len even. But Len is not a jerk. I mean, people say Len is grumpy. Len is nowhere near as bitchy as Craig and Brian. They put him to shame when it comes to bitchiness. So, anyways, but I give Emily a lot of credit. She was able to really have Fred perform. So I'm good. Now, the one thing I will say about this particular performance that could have used a little bit of work was that he didn't actually do that much paso doble. He did a lot of standing and posing, and she did most of the dancing. So that is the one thing I would have taken a few points off, because you can give him a little more. He can do a little bit more, right? Okay, so then we have Johnny, and I love me some Johnny. Johnny is my man. I love him. He's so fierce. He did a quick step. Oh no. He did the quick step to Are You Gonna Be My Girl? Fred and Emily did a paso doble to Black Lace, Y Viva España. So it was fine. It was all right. Johnny and Ksenia, whose normal partner is Peter, and she was fucking thrilled to get Johnny's partner. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think Peter is that bad, actually, to be honest with you. He's better than Dennis, and he's better than Demi, He might even be better than Fred Kook. So, and Fred Kook is pretty fierce. So, I don't think it was, but she was fucking thrilled to get Johnny, and they did a kick-ass quick step. It was so good. They hit everything together. Everything. Every focus change was on point. Every directional change on the floor was incredible. So it's really annoying, and I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit irritated. Now, actually, I'm not the only one that feels this way. Everybody in England feels this way, right? Because the judges scored him very low. They gave him a 19, which you might think, that's not that bad, but it's literally 4th from the bottom. Okay? That is unacceptable, really. They gave him 2 6s and a 7. That's fucking unacceptable. Like, seriously, it's like, how the fuck are you going to give someone like Dennis 3 7s and you're not going to give fucking 3 7s to Johnny, whose routine was way better than Dennis? That's offensive. I'm a little bit irritated. And that just shows that they are scoring completely different for Johnny. And that's a little bit fucked up. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit irritated by that. And not just that, the Irish people are irritated with that too. If you read on Twitter, hashtag DWTSIRL, or if you look on the Dancing with the Stars Ireland Facebook page, people are fucking pissed. They're like, what is with the judges? Why do they keep fucking scoring Johnny low? And I agree. Thank God America doesn't watch this. They should though. Thank God the Irish public does not agree with the judges because, yeah, it's a little bit fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. So pause real quick. So actually, the reason I actually was going to do this a little bit earlier because I'm taking a little mini break from pole dancing because I've got a lot of traveling coming up. But I've been working all week at a property here in Las Vegas all week, training, and I literally forgot. I forgot that it was Wednesday, that I do this live stream every Wednesday. Now, here's the thing about next week, though, so I'm going to give you a quick little programming note. I remembered in time, FYI. I don't know how much of the show I'm going to be able to see tomorrow because I believe I'm on a flight the time that the show is on. So if I don't do a live stream next week, it's because I was not able to see the show. So unfortunately, I think I don't leave though until 12:30. I think 12:35 even. So I might see most of it. So if I don't see the end of it, and the good thing about Dancing with the Stars Ireland is that it follows the same time pattern that Dancing with the Stars America does. 2 hours, period, the end of it. So once they dance with any leftover, they have performances. They have performances by the pros. So that sort of thing kind of feels as filler towards the end of the program. So I might have to just log on to see who goes home or read about it after the fact. So I might miss that to see who goes home next week. But I'll do my best. I promised. So anyways, they did... sorry. So... All right, so that's the programming note, is that I might not do a live stream next week because if I can't see the show, but I'm going to do my best to try and watch the show. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, so then there's Dennis and Julia. Now, I'm not going to lie. Dennis actually has improved. He has. Has he improved as much as the judges think he has? No, and no. But he has improved, and I'll tell you how he improved. You remember what was my big complaint about Dennis? My big complaint was that there was nothing in the face. I mean, it was just completely blank. And it's like he's like doing, no matter what style of dance is, this is his expression. Right? So that's not real exciting as an audience member. So this week, I actually saw for a quick second, he did actually smile. So then he went right back to the stone face. But you know what? I'm okay. Baby steps. We need to start baby steps. So he got 3 sevens, and I've already mentioned that he got 3 sevens. His partner was Julia, and Julia is normally with Fred Kook. And, you know, I don't think it was 3 sevens. I really don't. I don't think he should have been scored lower than Johnny. I'm going to say it. Johnny should have gotten a better score. So, because if I was judging that show, Dennis would be on thin ice, right? Then there was Clelia and John. Now, I don't know why people have an issue with Clelia. First of all, when I found out she's a soap actress, I am all about it. I'm like, bitch, I am right there with you, and you've got my vote. You know, she's got my vote for girls. Do I think she'll win? Probably not. I think that will either be Johnny or Cleona, but she's a contender. She's definitely in the top 4, for sure. She was partnered with John, who's normally partnered with Mairead. So again, Mairead, the judges all love her. I personally think she's a little bit lackluster, but she is going to make it, and she always gets scored so well by the judges. So, but she'll probably make it to the top 4 as well. So he's used to good dancers. Chloe is a great dancer. Mairead is a decent dancer. They're both fine. So, you know, they ended up doing a Quick Step to Stop Me From Falling by Kylie Minogue, which I love that song, FYI. I love that they've used a lot of Kylie in both Strictly and Dancing with the Stars Ireland. We need to use more Kylie because she needs to be just as popular in America, which she isn't, but that's okay. I saw her in concert in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom for her, I think it was her goddess tour or her princess, Broadway princess. I don't know, whatever. I saw it in person with my friend Jason Pitt, and he had never heard of Kylie Minogue. I doubt he's heard her since. He had a fun time at the concert, but I was like, like it was great. I love me some Kylie Minogue. She's awesome. So yeah, so they got a 24. They got 3 8s, which is great. It was great, and it did deserve it. They were fucking great, okay? Then there was Mairead and John. Okay, no, Mairead and Kai. Now, it's good that Kai got Mairead because Kai's normally dancing with Demi, right? So he's used to with someone who's at the bottom of the leaderboard consistently every single week, right? So now he's got a fierce bitch. Now, she's not like really fierce, super fierce, like Cleona or Clelia, but I would say she's the next best girl, right? Obviously, top 4 material. So he took that shit and he ran with it. And they did a salsa to Dance Again by Jennifer Lopez and Pitbull. I love that song too. I wanna dance, da, 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 da. I just love it. It's so cute. So they did a salsa. And here's the thing about Mairead. She's okay, but with the salsa, you can tell she's a ballroom girl and not a Latin girl. Because and this has actually never been an issue with Mairead before, ever. Normally, she's actually she does give you decent facials. Like, she gives you good facial expressions. And that's good. That's what we want from our performers, and especially our champions, right? So she's actually good at that, but this time, not so much. This time, she didn't look stoic like Dennis. She actually looked terrified. She looked like a deer in the headlights. You know, so, and she actually, believe it or not, she didn't need to, because she did fine on the routine. Like, she didn't mess up the routine. So the judges actually gave her fucking 26 points. That's annoying. I don't think it was 26 points. It was certainly not better than Johnny. That's what pisses me off. That's what pissed me off. Johnny gave great facials and he executed the routine flawlessly, and he got fucking, 2 6s and a 7. I mean, really? And then, of course, Mairead, everyone's favorite, she got 26. FYI, you know that Clelia is a soap opera actress and she's on this show called Fair City. It actually airs right after Dancing with the Stars. I haven't gotten hooked on it yet, but I don't know. We'll see. I might. So finally, we closed the night out with Cleona, who was with Vitaly. And Vitaly's normal partner is Clelia. So again, Clelia is a fierce dancer as well. I mean, Clelia and Cleona are pretty much the top 2 female dancers. And so he just got the other one. And let me tell you something. Cleona fucking let you all have it. So fierce. She ended up doing, she did Taki Taki by DJ Snake and Cardi B, which, first of all, Cardi B has now made her Dancing with the Stars debut with this song, and I think it's great. And they did a samba, and let me tell you something, bitch better fucking shake like a samba. And let me tell you, she did get the highest score of the night. She got the series' first 10. She got a 10 from Julian, and she deserved it. I think she should have got a perfect score, all 10s, but, you know, Lorraine and Brian gave her 9s. So, I think it's great. Good for her, because she's kind of been struggling in the middle of the leaderboard recently. So it was great to see her fucking come back and say, you know what, bitch, I got this. I don't care who my partner is. I'm going to fucking work this shit out. And she did. She was so amazing. I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Love Cleona. I need to look up her country albums. I don't know if they've even been released in the United States. I can find that out, though. Let's see if I can find that out. I'm going to look it up right now. Search Cleona. Oh, hold on. Cleona, no, Hagen. That's how you say it. Hagen. It's not Hagen. It's Hagen. Search. Okay. So she has a single released in America, and it's a dance single. She's got some albums. Okay, so she has Straight to You, which came out in 2016, and Secret Love, which came out in 2018. And her current release is a remix of one of her songs called Dance On, which came out on February 11th. Oh, it came out last Monday. Okay, so good for you, Cleona. Fierce, that's great. I need to check that out. I'm going to listen to that. Okay. So that's it. That's pretty much all that went on with Dancing with the Stars. I don't have anything, as you know, I'm taking a break from pole dancing, so I didn't get to see that cute boy and see if he's still taking class. I hope he is, because, you know, I know what it's like to be a guy and to start off in pole dancing and not really know what you're doing, but he gives it his all. So I hope that he just keeps coming to class, because he will get so much better, and he's incredible anyway. So anyways, I don't know why I went off on that tangent, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I know what it's like to be a guy dancer. I just get it. You know what I mean? So I hate to see anybody get frustrated and get turned off of any kind of dance, whether it's ballet, tap, jazz, pole dancing. You know what I mean? So I really hope, I think, well, we won't do it, because we actually, well, you know what? Okay, so here's the thing with pole dancing. I know I've totally gone off script for this, but that's okay, whatever. I've already told you all that happened with Dancing with the Stars Ireland. Next week, they go back to their regular partners. So Switch Up Week is over, right? So, and you know what? I'm thinking that next week on Monday, I'm going to have Kai be my Man Crush Monday, because Kai is pretty fucking cute. I'm not going to lie. He's pretty damn cute. Okay, so right now, the way the pole studio is we've got one upstairs studio, or two upstairs studios, and then downstairs we have a studio right next to the laundromat, or close to the laundromat. They're getting rid of the one by the laundromat. They're getting rid of our Summerlin location. They're closing that location. And the reason why is because the gym is closing. So they basically got evicted. So they ended up buying everyone else out on the top floor, and they're going to be putting in 3 new studios in the top floor. And here's what this is my hope, and I'm going to talk over this with Fania. Fania Dietrich is amazing, FYI. She owns the studio, and she is the world's first certified pole dancing instructor. So she's a legend. So I'm going to talk to her that we need to have one room with Chinese poles. And we need to have a guy, even if it's just for a workshop, not necessarily every week class, we need to have a guy come in and teach. You know what I mean? I'm gonna mention that to Fania. We'll talk about that. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can also, well, normally I would tell you that you could hashtag, but you can hashtag DWTSIRL, but make sure you also hashtag Dancing for Relevancy if you're going to talk about it, so that I know. Or you can leave a comment. You can leave a comment on this live stream, because it'll be recorded and then put up on my page like all my other live streams are. You can also give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. Or you can also, once you subscribe, you can hit that notification bell, and that'll tell you next time I go live. All right? Okay, everyone, thank you so much for logging on today. Have a great time. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.